in this video, you know, I'm gonna focus more so on the defensive end, instead of offensive. You know, I'm gonna point out, how you can tell if your teammate is a defensive liability, or just I'm gonna show you good positioning on defense and things of that sort. I got caught helping there, but my defense will be a lot better this game than it was last game. If you're watching my broadcast, you know, one thing you want to do, see what a lot of people do is they want to press. When you press, it actually gives up buckets. Because when you do that full court, even pressing up there gives up buckets. Because what it does is it puts your team out of defensive position. Once your man gets past you, he's open in the mid-range area, so somebody has to step up. Here's the best defensive position. If you're guarding a guard, I don't give a damn if you're guarding a pure sharp. The best place to pick him up is right up under the three-point line. Like right where I'm standing at right now, that's where you want to guard him at. You only step outside the three-point line when he's about to shoot. You know, another thing with the passing, you gotta stop throwing full court bombs. You know, bring the ball up the court, get to the half court mark, then pass the ball. Unless he has a wide open clear path, it's not a good pass. Like even that's not really a good pass. Now, right now I'm guarding a two-way athletic. The best thing I can do, the best way to guard a two-way athletic is to not hold the intense D button too much. Because if you hold the intense D button too much, what happens is they start to get those run by animations, blow by animations. You know, they run past you because when you hold the intense D button, it makes your player move laterally, and your player won't be as fast laterally as he is, you know, running full speed. And it also, what it does is it allows you to bump your player. You feel me? So when he tries to run past me, I'm gonna hit the turbo. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm gonna hit the turbo, and you see, with me hitting turbo, I automatically make contact with him. You only hit the intense D button once you have made contact with your player. So no matter what archetype I'm guarding, whether it's a pure stretch or whatever, I always like to pick him up under the 3-point line. That way I can cut him off when he's trying to go to the rim. I can make contact. See, I'm in front of him. I'm here. Don't jump. Put your hands up. He's actually a smaller player too, so I don't have to jump to get a good contest on his shot. He passed it to me right as I was about to cut. And our ball movement is real iffy this game, but it's all right because I'm focused on the defensive end this game, and as far as the cutters, if you're hedging off a man, you see that? I never jump. Out of all of that, I never jump. And look what happens. I get a good shot contest, and it ends up turning into a turnover. It's simple. All you want to do is stay in front of your man as best as you can. It's not always easy. Some people are good teasers, but it's simple. Here going. Here's my man coming down court with the ball. Someone's picking him up, which is also, when you got a lot of help on defense, it makes it harder. Sometimes it makes it harder to defend the player that you're guarding, because your teammate slides into the position that you need, especially as a big. Your teammate slides into the position that you need, but they're not big enough to contest the shot properly. That's why I usually tell my teammates, leave me on the island, don't help, because then I can be a better individual defender. It's easier for me to stop my man, because I'm not bumping into my own teammates trying to stay in front of them. See, look, like right here, I only push the intense D button when it's time to box out, really. Or when I know he's going to shoot. See that? Good box out. And I appreciate the turnover, teammate. I was even trying to stop. But that's cool, because now I'm right back on defense. I'm back to what I'm doing. You see that? You see how I am? I know he's an in the paint player, but I'm not going to pick him up in the paint because then he has too much momentum. And me not having defensive stopper, I'm more likely to get contact dunked by the athletic, by the slasher. So it's very important that I pick him up away from the rim so I can stop some of his momentum. I know everybody like, why is he making this video? 2K19 is gonna drop in a couple days. It's gonna be the same fucking thing. Basketball is basketball. It's easier to stop a person when he just starts sprinting versus a person who's already running full speed. Simple. That and hand in the face is a monster, coach. It is a monster. If you do a good job of staying, I apologize about that. The headset died on me. Had to put it on the charger. But back to what I was saying. If you do a good job of staying in front of your man, you'll never have to jump to stop a shot. You can get stops without it. Then all you have to do is put your hands up. You only have to jump when you're out of position. As you can see, my man did a lot of jumping, and it was because he was out of position. He was no longer in front of me. So he couldn't get a good contest on my shot by putting a hand up. Because he's not making contact or because he's not in front of me. See how I just gave him a bump when he thought he was going to run through the lane clean with nobody on him? Boxing out. It's very important. You got to box out, man. If you don't box out, you get the other team opportunities, to get rebounds. You get second chances. You know, the team who controls the boards 9 times out of 10 controls the game. I've never heard of a team out rebounding another team by 10, 20 rebounds and losing the game. Doesn't exist. More shot attempts leads to more buckets. Unless you're just taking bad shot attempts. And a lot of people don't understand this, is that's actually how Golden State wins. It's not just their offense that's great. It's their ability to box out. It's their ability to make sure that the opposing team is one and done. You pay attention, teams don't get a lot of second chance opportunities when they're playing against the Warriors. No, because they box out. You see that? I haven't jumped this one time. I haven't jumped or reached. And I already got a steal. And I'm going to mess around and get a block this game without leaving my feet. That was a terrible shot. I didn't know if he was coming out or not, you know. He did a good job of throwing me off. You know, and sometimes it's not always about contesting the shot. You know, sometimes it's about making your opponent think that you're about to contest the shot. You know, sometimes that's all it takes. Okay, so 2K is telling me that's heavily contested and nobody jumped or tried to contest it or anything. See, that's bad positioning on defense. Once again, still number two. I haven't reached, I haven't jumped. That's called fundamental defense. It's the best type of defense in the game. See that this entire time I think I jumped once now. I just recently I think I just jumped. But I got two steals. I passed it to the wrong person. Well, the right person, wrong person. Larry. But see, look, bam. I make contact with him every time he tries to come through the lane. Push him, bump him. Now, another thing about that, a lot of people don't understand is unless you're a pure sharp, you shouldn't be bagging away from an open mid range or an open drive to shoot a quick three. It's not really good shot selection. And hence on, he bricked it, and I end up being the one to have to pay for it, with my man getting the and one. Decision making, you know. As the point guard, you should really only cut to the side, you know, when you're trying to make a pass. If you have to cut to the side to make a pass, then it's understandable. But other than that, you shouldn't really be bringing the ball up the side of the court, the right side or the left side. It's not ideal. Even if you're setting up for a play, you still want to bring it up the middle of the floor and just slide over, once you get into the half court. See that? I hadn't made contact with him, and that's what he did with it. Because I never made contact with him when he came speeding through that lane, he just dunked on two defenders. Contact is very important. Slow your player down. Kill some of that momentum. Yeah, I started talking and I started helping, and it kind of, threw my defense off a little bit. But look at the dribble guy. I might have missed that. I knew it. It just didn't have that green effect in it. It didn't even have that like make shot. See, that's the second time I jumped. And the only reason I jumped is because I was out of position. If I wouldn't have jumped, he would have lined that shot up off of me. Simple basketball. Anybody who play basketball in real life, You should actually be pretty good at 2K once you get used to the controls, learn how to do all of the different moves. You automatically become one of the elite players just off of IQ. See, and that's what a lot of people got to understand is LeBron James, you feel me? He's not a great shooter, you feel me? He just has a high IQ, you know. His understanding of the game, is what gives him the edge on his opponent. He understands how to take advantage of mismatches, you know. He knows when to drive, when to pass, when to shoot it. Versus players like Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a great player, but he's really only that good because of the amount of rebounders that he has on his team. You know, he gets a lot of second chance opportunities. He gets a lot of shot attempts. It's not like he's shooting a killer high 3-point percentage. No, he shoots a killer amount of 3 pointers. When you got a point guard who's gonna take 10 3 pointers in the game, because he's allowed to, it turns out that way. Once again, that's my third steal, and I have not reached for the ball not once this entire game. No reaches at all. First, that's like my third jump of the game, and I shouldn't have. Like I said, I'm a pretty good defender. I'm not gonna say like I'm just like a super individual defender, but I'm a good team defender. I'm a good team player. And it's more so, fundamentals, man. It's all fundamentals, simple basketball shit. See, you see how I get back in the middle of the floor to defend? Give me that. As the big, I know if you're coming to the hole, if I'm in the middle of the floor, I can protect the basket from any direction. You see that? My teammate did a good job of making contact with my man after I had to make contact with somebody else to stop his momentum. And that's all it is. It's a team game. I'm here. See, look, hands up. I ain't got to jump. What I'm jumping for? I ain't got to jump. What I'm jumping for? See that? I'm going to jump for the rebound. I was right next to him open, but it's all good. He's shooting that. And he made that because the man ran out there. He ran out there and tried to contest it, which made the shot lightly contested or just open. What a lot of people don't understand is open shots activate your dead eye as well. If it's not wide open, you're still using your deep range or mid range dead eye. That's the difference between open and wide open. See, there we go. My point guard is bringing the ball up the middle of the floor. And you see how he didn't curve to a side until he was actually in the other end of the court already, which led to a good play. It's very important when you're trying to be a good playmaker. He's not a shooter, so I'm going to cut off his baseline because I know that's where he wants to go. I put my hands up. I couldn't stop both of them. But like I said, before this game is over, I'm gonna end up with a block without jumping. It's bound to happen. He had good position down there. I couldn't resist. You know, it's a team game, man. You have to do everything as a team, and that's what a lot of people don't do. You score as a team, you defend as a team, you rebound as a team, you pass as a team. You know, and that's the key to winning more games than losing. Really, being a team player. Every game ain't gonna be your time to shine, but eventually your time gonna come. I'm not gonna jump. I'm gonna put my hands up though. Oh, big dog. Well, my man's actually still not doing that bad, you know, but my team defense, you feel me, is being an asset to my team, you know. I have half of our steals. I have more steals than anybody else on the floor without reaching. Never reach once. On top of that, got more steals than anyone else on the floor. Never, I have the same amount of steals as the entire opposing team, and I've never reached. My teammate did a very great job helping me on defense right there. You score as a team, you defend as a team. See, not wow. I had someone who was unmuted, so had to fix that. See, now my man cold, so now it's gonna be even easier for me to defend him, thanks to my teammate. Shout out to him. He's gonna make my job easier because now my man is out of rhythm, and I'm very much in rhythm. And now I'm hot, which is gonna make it easier for me to box him out and stay in front of him. I'm a good playmaker, by the way. Still, I played him for that pass the entire time. If he would have made a pass there, especially due to the fact that it was my defender, I was going to be more likely to steal it because I was locked on to him. He would have ended up throwing the ball literally like right to me. It would have been one of those catch animations. What's up? Now, unfortunately, my teammate got a snowflake on him. I'm gonna start picking him up in the mid range because he is pretty quick. Come on, Fame. Now my teammate's about to foul out while we're up by 12, and he's the leading rebounder in the game. That's not good. Having the rebound on your team is one of the most important things that you can have, man. He's just as important as a point guard. You know, if getting stops don't mean anything if you can't secure the board. As you see, we didn't secure the board, and look, they get another chance to score. They got 15 seconds. So now we gotta spend. It's even more important in real life, because then you're actually using your energy. Got to spend more energy, on trying to get a stop that we already just had. Wow, very shocked that that wasn't green. By the way, that was a great shot attempt. It was the one of probably the best shot I could have took right there. Yeah. Even though, I probably would have had like 60 points right now if we actually had better ball movement, but I'm not tripping because this game about defense. So I'm not doing a good job defending either. Well, my man is 50%, and like I said, if you're not shooting at least 50%, then you selling out. That's just how this shit goes. This is a video game. It's not real life where, oh, he's shooting 44%. No, it's a video game. Anything under 50 is a sale. This will probably be my last broadcast for the day too. I hope my insight to help somebody become a better player on a video game or in real life. Let me back up because he's trying to get the blow by. There we go. Made contact with him. There we go. I usually wouldn't jump, but I was out of position. If I wouldn't have jumped, he'd have threw it right over the top of it. Ooh. He thought he was me. No one does that shot like me. Nobody. See, right now my man is now shooting still 50%. So he's not selling. I'm not doing the best job, but I'm also competing, which is enough for us to win. He's only beating me in one stat, and that's rebounding. As far as everything else, and that's because my player doesn't get hustle rebounder. And it's funny because he's a two-way, so my field goal percentage should actually be a lot lower than what it is, but he's not doing a good job defending. If I had a two-way, I guarantee you my man would be under 50% right now, by far. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. This will help for everybody who be making those lockdowns. No matter what archetype you're guarding, you always want to be close enough to contest the shot. Because anybody in the world can make an open shot eventually. And the thing in rhythm, they can make it consistently. See, I led the game in steals without reaching. Never reached in once. No poke ball looses, as you can see. I don't have any poke ball looses. 8 well defended plays. I just played within the team, you know. Stayed in front of my man, kept my hands up. Oh, I had to reach. And that'll be it. Thanks to anybody who watched. And if you didn't, go to hell.